Voice AI does not fail because it sounds robotic anymore. It fails because it waits half a second too long. That sounds tiny. But in a real conversation, tiny is everything. A pause can feel thoughtful. A longer pause feels broken. And if an AI talks over you, misses your interruption, or takes too long to respond, your brain stops treating it like a conversation and starts treating it like a phone tree with better branding. So today's OpenAI post about low-latency voice AI sounds like infrastructure news. Servers, models, streaming, scale. Not exactly popcorn, but here's the part that matters. This is the unglamorous race that decides whether voice AI becomes a daily habit or just another impressive demo people try once and abandon. OpenAI's basic point is simple. Voice AI has to do several hard jobs at once. It has to listen while you are speaking. It has to decide when you are finished, without cutting you off. It has to understand the meaning. It has to generate an answer, then it has to speak that answer back in a natural voice. And it has to do all of that fast enough that you do not feel the machinery behind the curtain. Think about what happens in a normal text chatbot. You type, you hit send, then you expect to wait. A second or two is fine. Maybe 5 seconds if the answer is complicated. Text gives the machine permission to think. Voice does not. Voice borrows expectations from humans. When you ask a person a simple question, the response often starts almost immediately. If they pause too long, you wonder whether they heard you. If they start speaking before you finish, you feel interrupted. That is why voice latency is not just a technical metric, it is a trust metric. The mechanism has 3 bottlenecks. First, the AI has to stream audio in, not wait for a complete recording. Old voice systems often behaved like this. Record the sentence, transcribe it, send the transcript to a model, generate text, turn text back into speech. That pipeline works, but it stacks delays like pancakes. Every handoff adds friction. The newer approach is more like live interpretation. Audio arrives in chunks. The system starts processing before the user is done. It predicts turn taking. It streams output back as soon as it can. The goal is not just a faster answer. The goal is to make the exchange feel continuous. Second, the model has to be close enough and efficient enough. If your voice request crosses too many network hops or waits behind too many other requests, the magic breaks. This is where the boring words, routing, serving, batching, caching, capacity, become the actual product. The user never sees them, but the user feels every delay they create. Third, the system has to handle interruptions. This is the awkward bit. Humans interrupt each other constantly. We say actually, or wait, or no, not that one. A useful voice assistant has to stop speaking, listen again, and adjust. That means the AI cannot just blast out a finished audio file. It needs a live feedback loop. It needs to talk and listen at the same time, or at least pretend well enough that it feels natural. This is why the speed race changes who wins. The winner is not only the company with the smartest model on a benchmark. The winner is the company that can make intelligence feel available at the exact moment you need it. For consumers, that means voice assistants may finally move beyond novelty. Not write me a poem, but help me while I'm cooking. Translate this conversation, coach me through this form. Summarize what I'm looking at, or walk me through this repair while my hands are busy. In those situations, waiting is not a minor annoyance. Waiting kills the use case. For businesses, the stakes are a little sharper. Customer support, sales calls, tutoring, healthcare intake, accessibility tools, all of them depend on whether the AI can respond at human speed without becoming chaotic. If it is too slow, customers hang up. If it is too eager, it feels rude. If it is fast but wrong, it becomes dangerous. So the real product is not just fast speech. It is controlled speed, and there is a hidden cost here. Low latency usually means more infrastructure pressure. You cannot always wait for the cheapest batch processing window. You may need capacity ready before the user asks. You may need regional serving. You may need specialized audio pipelines. In plain English, making AI feel instant can be expensive. That creates a trade-off most demos hide. The more natural the conversation feels, the more the system may have to spend in the background to remove every awkward pause. Fast voice AI is not just a user interface upgrade. It is a cost structure. So my verdict is this. Voice AI is entering its milliseconds era. The flashy question used to be, can the model talk? Now the useful question is, can it keep up without making the conversation weird? If it can, the assistant stops feeling like an app you open. It becomes something closer to a live layer over daily work. In your ear, in your car, in your browser, in your customer service queue. But if it cannot, the whole thing stays stuck in demo land. Beautiful voice, smart model, just a little too slow to trust. And that is the strange truth here. The future of voice AI may not be decided by the biggest answer. It may be decided by the smallest pause.